I know the Christmas markets in Germany and throughout Europe are very, very popular. And I got a chance to chat with Alexandra while she was at her home in Germany, her hometown, where she's from. And she got to show us and tell us all about the Christmas markets. Here's Local Compass, sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Time for Local Compass, your guide to worldwide travel, sponsored by the experts of everything travel, Antietam World Travel Service. Good morning. I'm with Alexandra Bohn from Antietam World Travel Service. And you, my friend, are not in Frederick or the United States right now. Oh, seriously? Really? Today, this is what we're doing? Your guide? All right. We're going to try this one more time. I tell you. Okay, let's unload. We're going to can't go a day. Cannot go one day without something crazy happening, but thankfully I don't leave the room because I know better. I got to get back here. So, anyway, how's your day? Mine's excellent, as you can see. Let's see if we can do this
Time
one
for
more time.
Local Compass, your guide to worldwide travel, sponsored by the experts of everything travel, Antietam World Travel Service.
Good morning. I'm with Alexandra Bohn from Antietam World Travel Service. And you, my friend, are not in Frederick or the United States right now. You are in, is it Stuttgart, Germany?
Stuttgart, yep, Germany, yep,
And this is your hometown.
yep, it is. That's where I grew up.
Awesome.
And I've been spending the last week and a half, traveling around to visit Christmas markets and spend time with family.
Well, how wonderful is that? And I know we're going to show some video of the Christmas markets. What is it about the Christmas markets in Germany? I know a lot of people who go, that's one thing that they seek out.
So it's a tradition that starts always right around the first Advent, where people just gather, and there's different markets. The small ones that are maybe only a weekend or 2 weekends in smaller towns. There's still a lot of homemade cookies and homemade crafts and everything offered. In Bavaria, southern Bavaria, you have a lot of wood carving where you can get nativity scenes and nativity sets and different things for your nativity. Um, in the northern part, it's a little bit different. They'll have pottery, they have handmade scarves, hats, gloves, things like that. And then there's, of course, lots of malt wine, lots of different food, which will change from the region. So
Okay. Yeah, that's very cool. So you get a taste of each local area based on the market that you're attending, whether
mhm.
they specialize in like the wood carvings or different artisan products. That is really, really cool. What is the one thing I know for you? It's very special, obviously, because this is where you're from. So I'm assuming you get to catch up with lots of family and friends while you're there.
Yes, and it's also a very social activity. Lots of people meet after work on the weekend. You get together, you have something to eat, you have something to drink, you walk around. So it's more of a social event, even for the locals, in addition to a lot of the foreigners and tourists that will come to visit the markets.
Yeah, and so as a travel agent, obviously if somebody is interested in traveling into Germany during this time of year, you are literally the expert from here. Also, obviously other places throughout Europe too.
Yeah.
What would you say, like this time of year, other than Germany, would be top places that people would want to visit to kind of get that winter Christmas feel?
So there's markets everywhere in Italy, Switzerland, Austria, Germany, France. So they're all over. And I've been probably to more than 100 of them, even in Vienna. I have clients actually that are ready to travel. Some of them are going on a river cruise which will encompass certain Christmas markets. And it's an easy way to do that because you get on the ship for 7 days and every day you can see a different Christmas market. Some clients will just pick certain cities and stay and do Christmas markets. The bigger cities have 5, 6, 7 markets in one town.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah.
then there are also tour companies that you could um, have a designed itinerary in advance that will take you to different places.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. I love the idea of the river cruise for your first visit because it really does. I like the river cruise idea because it's a little bit smaller. The stops that you make are a little bit more accessible in some of the bigger
Mhm.
cities without these huge ports. So you're able, like you say, just to wake up and be in a new town each day and check out what you like, and then maybe you go back on your follow-up trips to those
Right.
particular cities. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Um,
And
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, and we custom design itineraries too. So, I tell clients if they don't want to drive by rental car, then it's important to pick cities that are easy accessible by train, where they can see more than one market, and also have some culture and history, sightseeing and experiences on top of that. But that's really fun too.
Yes, and obviously this is the biggest reason why you want to work with a human person travel
Hmm.
agency so that you
Yeah.
can actually go in and talk to Alexandra or her colleagues about the type of trip you want so that it
Mhm.
can be tailored specifically if you are like me and not a big outdoorsy person in the sense you don't like to hike or do these extreme things. You just want to shop, or you might just want to eat, or you might just want to have some cocktails that can be tailored
Mhm.
specifically to you.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause you guys take time to get to know people and learn about who else is traveling and what concessions may need to be made and all of that good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and some clients, they have an idea because they've seen a picture or something. And so it's always important to let them know too, because sometimes they see a picture of a village, but it's not accessible by train, or it's so small that, you get there and a half a day in a Christmas market that's very small is it. And then you have to move on. So we
Right.
do try to guide them to make the right
Yeah.
decisions.
Well, it is important. It happens here when I worked in the travel industry way back when, and I'd have people from Australia or New Zealand come to the US. They want to see what they've seen in the movies, and you
Hmm.
have to tell them that that's not real. And there isn't this, although those ski chalets in the Alps may exist, like you say, A, it may not be affordable, two, it may not be accessible. So, or may not make sense if you're only going for a week
Right.
to spend 3 days getting somewhere that, yeah, doesn't make
Yeah.
sense to you.
And
Awesome.
the biggest thing is we can't predict the weather. I mean, I've been very fortunate. It's been just about 30 degrees pretty much all week. So it's pretty cold, but we've had
Mm,
no snow. Now, today, when I left by car to come to Stuttgart, it started snowing a little bit, but by the time I drove 100 miles, the snow was gone. So now it's just cold and dreary.
yeah.
But people have to be prepared and dress warm and everything. It's really, that's one of the things that, it's not for somebody who likes warm beach vacations
Yes, not
necessarily.
not this time of year, of course, but if
No.
you do want kind of that now, I mean, typically, you guys would you have snow right now, typically on the ground, or does it come later like here?
Well, I've been coming for years and years, and we've had snow some years, and sometimes it's been 50 degrees and it doesn't feel like Christmassy at all.
Right.
But we take it the way it comes. It's
Yeah,
just the way
similar
it is.
similar to here, right? In
Yeah.
Maryland.
Hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
and it's been pretty cold here too, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I
no
hear.
snow. We haven't missed you. Well, enjoy your time with
Thank you.
friends and family, and we will make sure and show everyone the wonderful Christmas markets in Germany, and we will see you when you get back stateside.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks so much, Danny.
Thank you. Okay, we got through that. Very good. How awesome would that be this holiday season or any holiday season? You got to go chat with the folks at Antietam World Travel Service and they can get you hooked up with that.